Well, they have a high maintenance reputation, but our next guest says if you stay ahead of some of the basics, roses will be one of the most rewarding plants you can grow. So we want to say hello to horticulturist Jessica Berrett, because you say spring, this is like the prime time to set us up for success when it comes to roses. But I gotta admit, I'm a little put off there. It can be a little intimidating. Why do you think that is?
I think they have a reputation for being difficult, but they're really not. Plant breeders have really helped change roses in the last few years. They have fewer diseases, they bloom more, they're just easier to take care of.
Okay, so fear be gone, right? We're gonna dive into it. And so if you're a first timer, I know you teach on all levels, but if someone's just getting started on roses, what are some of the basics that you should walk us through?
So watering is important. They do need pretty consistent water. So nice deep waterings, infrequent, is the best. It helps them develop the deep roots that are going to help them get through some of our dry spells and our heat.
Do you find people overwater?
Sometimes people love their plants too much.
Too much water. With roses, that's the nice thing. You don't have to put as much watering in it.
Yeah, they like more, but they can also get through our heat too.
Got it. Okay, so we've talked about water. What about fertilizer?
Right now is a perfect time to fertilize if you haven't yet. And any fertilizer that mentions flowering or roses on the label is going to be a good idea for you. And you want to just go ahead and follow the instructions on the bag as to how much to apply.
Okay, so that also includes the timing. We can kind of like gauge that on there as well.
Yeah, just a few times per summer. 2 or 3 times per summer.
This sounds really simple. Okay, I just put too much thought into it. All right. What are some of the other common issues that you see when it comes to planting roses?
So right now, as everything is leafing out and putting out buds, you might see some pests like aphids. So watch for those. I don't even really treat them with anything special besides just a hard spray of water. Okay. Just getting them off the plant really will help a lot. And we want the beneficial insects like the ladybugs to come in, and actually they'll help eat some of those off. So they'll come in and help us.
They really are beautiful once you put that care into it. Anything else that we should know? The one thing if we're getting started today and if we've forgotten everything else?
Well, we can encourage more blooms throughout the summer by deadheading the old flowers.
Deadheading, yes, that's right.
Going to help.
Skip that.
That will help encourage it to put out new buds throughout the whole summer and keep it always flowering.
All right, Jessica, where can we learn more from you and get our roses going, get them blooming?
So the Utah Rose Society has an awesome Facebook page, lots of questions answered there, and an Instagram page. They also have a rose show coming up in June. It's going to be held at Ashton Gardens at Thanksgiving Point this year. Gorgeous. So we're really excited. Come learn more about our show. The public's welcome. It's free. So
love it. I mean, just being around roses, right?
They smell so good.
Yeah, so pretty. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate all the tips.